I'm Brooke and happy Halloween! Today I've decided to do something a little bit different and a little more fun since it is October 31st. So I have gone through my collection of books to pick out 5 that I thought kind of stood out as it is Halloween, and these books are a little bit scarier than others, mysteries. I tried to choose books for all ages, and also let me remind you that I'm not really a scary person. I don't enjoy reading about like blood and guts and gore, so if you're that type of like really all-out Halloween person, then these books might not be for you. But if you do like a little thriller every now and then, or just a light, I guess a little bit scary, then these books might be for you. So I'll go ahead and begin with my first choice, which was The Clue of the Velvet Mask. It is a Nancy Drew mystery book, and this is number 30 in the original series. I actually own the entire Nancy Drew series, so I read these a while ago, maybe in 3rd or 4th grade. But I love Nancy Drew, and her books were always a little bit scary for me. But, I mean, just keep in mind they're not inappropriate, or they won't give you nightmares. So I'll read you the description. Carson Drew portends his teenage detective daughter's future adventure when he says half-jokingly, "Nancy, don't let any of the party thieves ruin your evening." The masquerade party at the Hendricks mansion quickly turns into a mystery when Nancy and her favorite date, Ned Nickerson, spy a stranger about to climb the rose trellis to the 2nd story. Who is this enigmatic man in the black coat and the exotic woman in the Japanese costume? Are they members of the gang of wily thieves who sneak into parties given by wealthy people and steal jewels and art treasures? And why is the owner of the black velvet hooded mask that Ned finds in the Hendricks garden so desperate to get it back? To find the answers, Nancy and her friend George Fane devise a daring plan. The two girls switch identities. George soon discovers that while it is exciting to play amateur detective, it can be dangerous to masquerade as Nancy Drew. So this is The Clue of the Velvet Mask, and I will move on to my next choice, which is A Wrinkle in Time. I'm not really sure how to pronounce the author's name. I think it's Madeleine L'Engle. Not really sure. So A Wrinkle in Time, I think it's a classic. It won the Newbery Medal Award. So I remember reading this book, and it's not exactly scary, but it is intriguing. It's very sci-fi and just very, very interesting. So I'll read you the back. It is a dark and stormy night. Meg Murray, her small brother Charles Wallace, and their mother are in the kitchen for a midnight snack when a most disturbing visitor arrives. "Wild nights are my glory," the unearthly stranger tells them. "I just got caught in a downdraft and blown off course. Let me sit down for a moment, and then I'll be on my way. Speaking of ways, by the way, there is such a thing as a tesseract." Meg's father had been experimenting with this 5th dimension of time travel when he mysteriously disappeared. Now the time has come for Meg, her friend Calvin, and Charles Wallace to rescue him. But can they outwit the forces of evil they will encounter on their heart-stopping journey through space? So I just remember being very intrigued by this book, A Wrinkle in Time. So you might want to read this as well. The 3rd book I have chosen is The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. And you can see it's won 3 different awards, so that should tell you something. This book was very different than others I've read, and I really enjoyed it. So, again, very sci-fi, very futuristic, and sometimes a little bit disturbing. But when we read this as a class in 8th grade, a lot of the kids were really hooked, and I remember I was too. So, I'll read you the back. Matteo Alecran was not born, he was harvested. His DNA came from El Patron, lord of a country called Opium, a strip of poppy fields lying between the United States and what was once called Mexico. Matt's first cell split and divided inside a petri dish. Then he was placed in the womb of a cow, where he continued the miraculous journey from embryo to fetus to baby. He is a boy now, but most consider him a monster, except for El Patron. El Patron loves Matt as he loves himself, because Matt is himself. As Matt struggles to understand his existence, he is threatened by a sinister cast of characters, including El Patron's power-hungry family, and he is surrounded by a dangerous army of bodyguards. Escape is the only chance Matt has to survive, but escape from the Alacron estate is no guarantee of freedom, because Matt is marked by his difference in ways he doesn't even suspect. So this book was a little bit creepy, but a very good read, and maybe older readers would really enjoy it. So, my fourth book that I've chosen is Halloween Party by Agatha Christie, and this is maybe the most appropriate book of all. I must admit that I have not read this one yet, but it is on my list of Nancy Drew books to read, so I will definitely be reading it soon. But practically anything Agatha Christie could go in this video. I just chose this one because of the title. But I will read you the back. Mystery writer Ariadne Oliver has been invited to Woodleigh Common, where a Halloween party is underway for a group of local adolescents, one of whom is a young girl known for telling tall tales of murder and intrigue. When the girl falls victim to a tart game of apple bobbing gone wrong, Ariadne wonders just how tall her latest tale was. Which of the party guests wanted to keep her quiet is a question for her partner in crime, Hercule Poirot. But unmasking a killer this Halloween isn't going to be easy, for there isn't a soul in Woodleigh who believes the late little storyteller was even murdered. So, Halloween Party. Oh, and an extra little fun fact. The mystery writer mentioned on the back of the book, Ariadne Oliver, is actually based on Agatha Christie herself, which is kind of cool if you think about it. So, I'll definitely be reading this book. And my last choice is The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. This is definitely a classic. It is a Sherlock Holmes book. I actually read this book in the same year that I read The House of the Scorpion in 8th grade with my class, and it was another book that all of us loved. Maybe it was 7th grade. I'm not really sure. Can't remember. But on the back it says, a bone-chilling tale of suspense. This is another mystery. Most of the books that were on this list are mysteries, and I will read you the description. Many years ago, a hound tore out the throat of Hugo Baskerville on the moonlit moor near his home. Now, Baskerville Hall has another mysterious death. Sir Charles Baskerville, Hugo's descendant, has been found on the same moors with the footprints of a hound nearby. Has the legend passed down through the years become a reality, or is there another culprit lurking among the living? Detective Sherlock Holmes and his assistant Dr. Watson are on the case. So I will briefly go over the books one more time. The first book I chose was The Clue of the Velvet Mask, a Nancy Drew mystery story. The second was A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. The third was House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. The fourth was Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. And the fifth was The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I am intending to do more videos kind of in the same format, just fun videos a lot like this in the future. I have a couple in mind, so let me know what you thought, and just please comment, and also check out my blog, which is www.brookeharrison.com. Thanks for watching.